Okay, index views in the Enterprise Edition of SQL Server is a fantastic technology. It makes your queries instantly hundreds of times faster. What is the effect when we go to these things called index views? So I have 3 index views I'm going to create. I'm going to create the first to persist the data that's the result of that view. And what makes it all so fast is when you create this unique clustered index, okay, on the views, right? That's it. That's the view I just created up here. And then it gives it the key I'm going to create it on, okay? I'm going to go ahead and run this clustered index, create this clustered index, and that's going to take a while to run. So which one is it going to use? Is it going to use the index view in the execution plan, or is it going to use the regular non-cluster index that it used initially? Well, let's run it and relieve the suspense. I'm going to set the statistics on. We have our execution plan on, and here we go. Let's execute it. Remember, last time it took about 3 minutes to return the data. So let's see how long it takes now. Did you see that? Was that instantaneous? Was that at least 100 times faster? It was. And that is the power of the indexed view. And I could stop the video right now with that statement right there. Okay, and we can prove that. If I go to the execution plan and I look to see what it did a clustered index scan, but what did it do with it over? That object is the indexed view. So it can go out immediately and get that data from the index view. It knows that the index view is associated with it. Of course, maybe the schema binding tells it that, because you can't change anything in that base table unless you remove the index view first, okay? But that's part of the deal, all right? So that's why we got instantaneous. Now let's look at the number of IOs as far as how much it had to go out and read. What is this? 8? It's ridiculously, unbelievably small. That's why it's instantaneous. It's done all that pre-aggregation inside the index itself. When we ran it earlier and without the indexed view, and it used the non-clustered date include sales amount index, it came back with, and I wrote it down here, 3,732,877 pages of I/O to get the result. And that's why it took 3 minutes plus to get a result set. So using an index is good, but it's nowhere near what you can get when you use an index view. Remember I talked about how before you had to create these aggregate tables and then do coding in between all over the place to, for this scenario you use that aggregate table, for that scenario you use this aggregate table, etc. Now it's all baked in to and synchronized with the base table itself. It goes out and finds that index view, which acts as like an aggregate table, but it automatically does it under the covers if you have Enterprise Edition. This means if you have a relational data warehouse that lends itself to this technique that you're not using, you could inevitably create these index views without ever touching any of the reporting system or any of the code or any of the stored procedures you're running against, and it would automatically grab the index views and use this index view behind the scenes. So, but in some cases, you'll be able to increase your response time for your report users many fold just by using index views. The number of rows is 517,731,928. Okay? I'm going to run the report now, preview, and notice at the top, there's our count of 517,731,928. Then here is my first level. This is where it's hitting the date the date index view. Okay, and as you saw, it comes back extremely quick. This isn't even, it's not necessarily cached, but I'm just going to go through all these pages, right? And I'm just going to, okay, it goes up to 2009. Okay, and all these numbers. So let's just pick one. Okay, just out of the, I'm going to pick the top one up here. 2009-02-22. Okay, remember these numbers, 480, 87, 724. Okay, I click there. 2002-22, 480, 87. Okay, I'm going to click down on one of these stores, 307. I'm going to click on, and that is 148 and 27 sales amount. Okay, let's remember those numbers. 148, 27 sales amount. Okay, with the index views, it's immediate. I'm hitting a table of 517 million rows. Okay, because the index views are pre-aggregated, everything is at my fingertips. I can drill down from anywhere and get this kind of speed. Okay, so that's 2000. Let's just go back a couple. Let's go back and do 306, which is 172.30 for this date, and it's immediate. Okay, this is when you design and architect it and model it correctly and use the index views, you can do extremely fantastic things. This concludes this video. Please come and see more of my videos at www.sqlcoop.com. Thank you.